Good evening, and welcome to this stream. Yeah, I wasn't really up to doing a stream on Sunday. I had quite a busy day, just doing life stuff, and by the time it came to sort of getting down to doing a stream, I just wouldn't have been able to really give it my all, and I just decided really to not do it rather than do a bad stream. And I wouldn't have been able to put my heart into it really. So apologies for that. But anyway, I might just chat a little bit actually. Today is going to be basically I created an account with Second Life for a young person, let's say, and he doesn't seem to have, and it was to try and get him interested not only in Blender, which he's very much into 3D stuff. He's very interested in sort of games, and he was quite heavily into Minecraft. And I'm gonna be seeing him again at the weekend anyway. So I'll see what he's been up to. I think he's had a few problems with his PC, which is why I'm going out there to have a look at his PC. But I kind of introduced him to Second Life because of the creativity aspect, in as much as he can play around with building, and that's what he enjoys doing in Minecraft. He's built some amazing stuff already in Minecraft, and he's kind of built up a little a little network of people that he likes building. People have built him stuff, and he's like created stuff, and he's just kind of getting into that realm. And I just thought I'd help him along and see if he wants to get involved. So anyway, I thought what I might do is change his avatar. So I'm gonna, because all my other alts and such like, and my wife's main character, her main avatar and their alts have all been upgraded. So I'm gonna show basically how to do an upgrade. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go through. So what I might do is I might just wait and chat for a little bit, see if anyone else comes in, and I'm hoping as well that this microphone setup now, I'm using a different microphone, that this is actually a bit better than the previous setup, that it's a bit clearer. I do like using the other lapel microphone, but I think having a shotgun mic is probably better. I'm not, as I've said before, I'm not a great fan of using, I have two of those great big sort of studio mic things, but having that stuffed in your face all the time while you're trying to do things on your computer is not really very good. It's okay, I guess, if you're sitting there chatting, but I just find it really quite distracting when you've got this great big black microphone stuffed in your face and you're using a windscreen in front of it. It just doesn't look very good to me. But anyway, I use mine for doing voiceover, studio voiceover stuff, which is fine because I'm not being videoed, and I'm not videoing anyone else using them. So, but anyway, right. So I might just wait for a little bit more and see what's going to happen. So I've got two copies of Firestorm running. I use the Firestorm viewer. I've always used the in the very early days I used the Second Life one, and it just always crashed. It was crap, to be honest with you. It was just, there just weren't options that you could do in the Second Life. I mean, I haven't used it actually, the Second Life one. Probably after about a year of using Second Life, I moved straight over to Firestorm, and I've been using Firestorm ever since. I've played around with a couple of the other browsers, and I never really got on with them. In fact, I don't even know whether there are any other browsers around, because all I ever hear is you're either using the Second Life browser, viewer, or you're using Firestorm viewer. So I have no idea about any other viewers. But there are some out there. I remember there being like a hacker's version, which was a pretty nasty viewer apparently, because you could go and effectively it sort of gave you the options to go and steal things like, meshes and prim and textures, and I remember that being a big thing back in the day. And it was like, it took, I guess, the Lindens and Second Life a little while to catch up with the fact that this thing was going around. People were using it to go and steal textures and stuff. Of course, they stopped all that. I don't really ever know what happened to the browser. But here we are at Blumfield, okay, and this is 202B Street. So I don't know why they're using 202B Street. Oh no, it's not 202, it's 206. Okay, so where this place is 202. Oh, 204. Oh wow, this has really been cut up into tiny little blocks. Yeah, it's 202B Street. It's quite interesting. Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? I think Sherlock Holmes lived at 202B Baker Street. Pretty sure that's where it was. So I don't know whether they're just ripping that off. I have no idea. But this rather unassuming. This is a very slow sim, by the way, which is why it's jerking like crazy, because I've only got about 7 to 8 frames a second. But this diner is really, I found, the only place, unless you go onto the marketplace, where you can get the Ruth 2C mesh bodies, female and male. And this was created by a group that decided that they were going to offer a kind of a basic but a free mesh body, and I'll later on I'll show you the differences between the two, because it's quite significant. If anyone has got an account in Second Life and you just come in, or you've got an account that you've never upgraded your avatar to a mesh, baked on mesh, then you'll kind of understand what it looks like, because it's, as I mentioned in the previous video, it's pretty crap. The avatar that was done before. So we'll do a comparison. And I think personally, this, you can have this mesh body and then buy it. If you don't like the head, you can alter the head. You can change it. You can change its looks and such like with all the normal slider controls. You haven't quite got the same controls, and you won't have the gestures that you get with a really expensive mesh head. And as we've seen already, even in a sale, a mesh head can cost you $5,000 to $5,500 plus, in a 50% sale. So in, recommended retail price, as it were, you could be looking at up to 10,000 linden for just a head, just a mesh head. It's crazy. But you could put a mesh head, obviously, on, you know, a baked on mesh body, and it'll work. So obviously this is my main avatar, Magus Hellwalker, and he's using, you know, and I mean, I can tell you straight away what he used to look like and what he looks like now is pretty much two different people. I'm using the same skin, the same accessories, kind of, you know, the goatee beard and all that kind of goes with his character and such like. So, you know, and you can change the eyes and you can wear makeup and you can change the hair exactly like you can with the standard Second Life avatar. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to wait for maybe a little while longer, see if anyone else comes in. If not, we'll get stuck into this. So I'll show where this is, what to search for, and then, you know, what the options are available. But this isn't... it took me a long time to try and find this. And I think I came across it by accident, actually. You know, there's a few other things that I'll show you that I used to be able to do years and years ago, in the days when I was using Photoshop, and of course we're talking a long time ago. Probably 10 years ago was the last time I used Photoshop. And you know, you can download the templates for the Second Life avatar, and you can make your own skins and all that. I used to do all of that kind of thing. I spent many a day playing around with designing my own skins and making clothes, you know, before the days of mesh, all the mesh clothes and such like. Yeah, so I used to like doing that. It was quite neat. And I've still got all the templates, and they were freely available as well. I think they were labeled CMFF. And there was a place that you could go to, again, a bit like this in Second Life, you know, where you could download the Photoshop templates, you know, and they had there was just so much stuff you could do many years ago. Of course, you know, since now the days of mesh, you can do so much more, but back then, of course, you know, I mean, it was just amazing that you could do all this stuff, you know, in playing around with 3D and making clothes, and people still use those templates to make clothes, because not all clothes in Second Life are made of mesh. You know, they're the old, what I call the old-fashioned style. I mean, if you look at what I'm wearing here, it's partly mesh because you've got flexi mesh here, and then, you know, part of it is mesh, like the cuffs, for instance. The collar is mesh, but the rest of what he's wearing, like his shirt, and, you know, it's just like a clever... And I prefer these clothes, to be honest, because I'm not a great fan of 100% mesh clothes, because they don't... Especially dresses. Dresses don't look good when they're made out of mesh, in my opinion. Especially, you know, like long flowing dresses. It would be really good. I mean, I think it looks better when they're mixed with flexi prim. You know, they look better because they look a little bit more dynamic. They're moving. You know, he's obviously wearing this long cloak thing here, and of course, you know, if you were moving in real life and he's got these cuffs that move, you know, that kind of stuff moves, and it looks more realistic, I think, if you mix it together, instead of just purely mesh. When you look at a female avatar wearing a long gown and everything is made out of mesh, it looks stunning, it looks amazing, but there's no life in it. So when the avatar moves, there's no natural flexibility to it. So I've always kind of stuck with, you know, what I'm calling the old style, you know, template kind of clothing, because it looks okay from a distance, you know, and it's very low in you know, your avatar complexity and such like. And you mix it in with a bit of mesh, and I think it looks good. You know, things like shoes, you know, these boots here, I think look absolutely amazing and fit my character really well. You know, goes very well with this kind of gothic, steampunkish kind of vampirish kind of clothing. But anyway, right. Let's continue on because we got a few people in. Right. So basically, you come here and you can pick up the what they're calling the Ruth 2 RC3 mesh. It's version 2.0. I think it's changed slightly. I think it's been upgraded because the one that I was able to get hold of was a slightly higher version. And then you've got the Roth 2 RC1, which is it's derived from this particular one. Of course, they always spend more time and effort and whatnot on the female than they do the male. But you know, the male mesh body is actually really, really good. And that's where I got it from. I went to GitHub directly. Not everybody has got a GitHub account and they don't know how to use it because it's more of a programmer's platform. And there's just, I think, in my opinion, far too much information for your average person. It's just so much easier to come here, get this mesh, and you know, away you go. You're up and running. So there are several things like components that you get with this. My goodness, this is so laggy here. I don't know why. I think some sims are just really laggy. It's not normally this laggy. I mean, we're getting 5 frames a second. So these are all Bake-On Mesh extras that you can get. You've got the alpha masks, which are good for when you wear mesh clothing and such like, and you need to, you know, hide your feet, hide your legs, or any other part of your body that you need to hide, because sometimes mesh doesn't always fit properly. So what have we got here? We've got complete mesh avatar with clothes, nails, skin, HUDs. Everything you see in the picture is included except backgrounds. This is a free open source mesh body. Links to the originals will be included in a note card, and I think that's where I went. When I downloaded this, I then went to where you get the originals, and it points you to GitHub. And in GitHub you can buy, you can not only buy, but you can download like the latest version that's been working, you know, that's people are actually, developers are working on. But any breakaways, you know, that's the other thing. Some people take this because it's open source. They'll take it and they'll tweak it and they'll do other things to it. So, you know. So really, you need to pick up, you know, whatever clothes you fancy on here. I mean, I don't know whether they're giving away the hair as well. I guess everything, yeah, on that avatar. So you can basically go in and take all that, and then you will look like this. And you can change it, obviously. But, you know, as a start, for a newbie coming in, you know, you can immediately, you can change your avatar to look anything like the standard, which is just awful. It really is, and I'll show you what the male one. I think the male one looks worse than the female one, to be honest. So what you do is you pick up this, or you can just pick up the basic one. You want all the alphas and then the extras, which, let's see what the extras are now. So you get extra feet, different, so you got like flat feet, half high feet, and then, you know, the feet that you wear in high heel shoes and such like. You get extra skins, you get a pose stand, you get nail textures, and you get a few other, you know, there's a few other things. So if you ever come here and you want to upgrade your avatar, you can really make a difference to how your avatar looks with all of these different extras and such like. Now, I'm not going to be doing a female. I'm going to be doing a male. But all this is free. So in here, of course, like for the male ones, like they have with the female ones, you've got some clothes included in the thing when you download it. But obviously here with the male one, you basically get, I think, what this chap is wearing. But you've also got some other things like some different types of t-shirts, you know, like kind of a jacket thing, and some shirts and some jeans, some underwear, and it looks like some shorts of some sort maybe, or is this underwear? Boxer and briefs. Okay, yeah, that's good. And then there is some other stuff here, extras that you can. So the female avatar is called Ruth, and the male avatar is called Roth. So. And there's the alphas again. I think it's just same as the alphas on the other one. Gonna be, you know, it's all public domain and it's all free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in an avatar, as I say, that I created for someone else, and he's obviously not got into Second Life. He you know, I think he's still a bit of a I know things for him. He's fairly young, so I kind of got him interested in Second Life and what it can do and everything on his computer. And then something happened to his computer and he couldn't use it anymore for whatever reason. And I've got to go out there on Saturday and have a look at it. And then he got a Switch, I think, for a birthday, or yeah, I think it was a birthday. And I think he just got engrossed in his Switch with other games, you know. And I think he just kind of lost interest or just got distracted, rather than being in Second Life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport this other avatar. So now what you can't do with this, all this stuff is non-transferable, which is a shame, but it's all non-transferable. So you actually have to come here and get it. You buy it basically for nothing. So, you know, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. But you have to come here for it, or you can download it off the marketplace, or you can get it directly from GitHub. So I'm going to offer, and his name there is Stink Lizard. So the land is, the sim rather, is called Blumfield. Blumfield. So I'm going to invite him over, and then I'm going to very quickly, let's switch my Second Life because I haven't got both of them. Okay, so we're now going to go over to him. So here's his invitation, and we're now going to operate with this chap. So so he's got no animations, he's got nothing. He doesn't I can't remember what that is. What is that? Oh, that's a male AO. Okay, but I don't think there's anything loaded in it. It's quite interesting. So if we just take a quick look here of what a standard avatar looks like, we obviously will strip him off, and you know, this is all going to be, he hasn't got anything to show basically. But I think the only thing I did was give him a pair of glasses, and he had some really gawky hair. But other than that, this is what you get when you come into Second Life. And it, to be honest with you, it's absolutely awful. Are these mesh? No, these are not mesh clothes. Are they mesh clothes? No, they're not. No, they're not mesh clothes. They're just made to look. No, it's bog standard stuff. Yeah, no, they're not mesh clothes. I don't know what his shoes are made out of. It's possible his shoes have, you know, over the years have potentially, it looks like they've been upgraded to mesh. Actually, they're certainly not prim. They don't look like they're prim. But yeah, I mean, everything in the early days was just... See how his trousers are moving? It's very funny. I laugh at this now because, you know, at the time we just used to think this was so amazing, you know. And then when you look back, even after a couple of years, you look back on it and you think, my God, is that what he used to look like? You know, and you look at how he walks like a robot, you know, because the AO he's got is just very, very basic. So anyway, he needs to buy this so that it goes into his inventory, and it's all free. So let's just make sure we put it all into... what I need to do is to put it in. See, all he's got in his body parts is boy next door bald hair. It's really quite funny. It's quite funny. Anyway, right, so that's what you're going to get. So you're going to get flat feet. For men, you don't really need anything other than flat feet. So if you're going for a female avatar, you'd obviously want the feet shaped for high heel shoes, and then wedge shoes, and then flat shoes, or flat feet. So basically what we're going to get is sunglasses, a HUD to control. I'll show you how that works. We've got hand pose HUD, which is rather nice. We've got flat feet, fingernails, upper torso, head, hands, skin, a shape which can be altered, eyeballs. We got a male AO hub, AO, that's alright as well. And we got a tattoo. You know, there's like enough there to make your avatar look a lot better without spending any money. So what we do is we buy this, and that will then go into recent. And what we do is, I always like, as I go along, we move this. I'm going to put it into body parts because that's basically what it is. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to buy all of these clothes because he doesn't have anything other than what he came with. Unable to buy. Okay, so I've got to buy this stuff, really? So I've got to buy the clothes? Right, okay, so I haven't got any money to buy clothes. Okay, that's not a problem, because we can go somewhere else and get a load of clothes and stuff for free. So you don't... I'm surprised actually that they're charging for these, because there's nothing special about them. So I'm gonna also buy all the alphas, which is important. So I'm just going to drag that over and put that under body parts as well. What else have we got here? Okay, so we're going to buy the resources. What does this contain? Oh, okay, so we've got some more skins there. That's pretty neat. So we can buy that. We can buy these extras. What do these extras have? Okay, so we've got some different feet, I guess. I don't know. A lot more skins, some alphas. Is it just obviously somebody else has just come along and just created very similar? You know, why not just have them? And then what's in here? This is mesh upload. So I guess this is possibly, yeah, it looks very much the same. An outline button. I don't know what that is. Okay, might as well get that. It's free anyway. So we're going to move... Oh, okay, so these are just packaged bits. I'm going to put them in there. Okay, that's fine. I guess this is the same. This is the same as buying it off of the wall. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay, so there's some under... So this looks like some other people have just, you know, added their own little bits and pieces in here. We don't need this. It's the same as what we've already bought. Shame we can't get him some decent clothes. Anyway, what we're going to do after we've played around with his body and got him a proper sorry, I just lightened it up a bit. It looks like you can actually buy a couple of other different, so you can buy a steampunk robot. It's pretty neat. Oh, you can buy a Homer Simpson or a Marge or Team Flare. Interesting. And then you can Bart, Lisa, and then the baby, Maggie. Interesting. So you can... They're obviously very basic. They're very, very basic. Anyway, he's got everything he really needs to change, you know, to form him really into something a bit more... a bit more better on the eye. And what we need to get him is a proper AO that doesn't look so stiff and mechanical. Although I very often find that the AOs that help to make him look a bit more realistic, with this particular body, it looks bad. It looks seriously bad anyway. So right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch back to and I'm going to go and right, so right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and pick a... Let's go to Astraluna. Could go there. Let's see what the frame rate's like. I hate just being on Sims with such a low frame rate when you're trying to work on something like you know, appearance and such like. What I might be able to do actually... Is this an adult? No, this is moderate. Okay. We're not showing anything we shouldn't be, so this should be fine. We can go here. Frame rate's pretty good, so we'll pick somewhere here. This is kind of big enough. I think the whole idea of this being up in the sky is that people can come up here and I could actually just res a changing room, to be honest. Just, you know, it's a moderate sim. If it was an adult sim, wouldn't be a problem. You could kind of do it out in the open. The problem being that you don't know who's around and you don't know who's, you know, and sometimes people can be a bit finicky about stuff. Personally, I prefer to actually have a sandbox in the sky. In fact, why don't we try doing that? That would be even better. So how high are we? We're 134 meters high. What I can do is construction. I need build a skybox. There we go. So if I bring that down here, you'll see what this does. This is, I love this thing. I used to spend so much time. That's interesting. I can't res anything. Why can't I res? I'm allowed to res. Okay. Did that not res anything? Yeah, we're allowed to res stuff here. Why can't I res that? Interesting. Okay, for some reason... Okay, let's go down here a little bit. Let's go down here. Maybe we're not allowed to res and we can only res stuff. Seems a bit weird that you're not allowed to res something on the... isn't that strange why we couldn't do it on there? Anyway, I like resing stuff. Let's do this. Let's go up to 450 meters. Okay, so what we do is we look around, we make sure that there's no one else We're not going to res anything, you know, boom, 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 boom. Let's res large. And there we go. I love using this box, and unfortunately the person who invented this and provided this at a very, very reasonable amount of money is no longer in Second Life. I don't know quite why, but anyway, what it does is it does this. It just reses this kind of build box thing that allows you to have a bit of personal space 450 meters up in the sky, and yeah, you can still buy this actually in World. It's a shame. It's very, very useful tool. I'm sure I could probably come up with something equally good, but yeah, anyway, we're not going to be bothered with that. This gives us a little bit of privacy, as it were, and it means that you can, you know, do stuff without being interrupted. So what I'm going to do now is I have a pose stand somewhere. Okay, there we go. This one here. It's called a professional stand. It's again, I'm just blown away by the level of detail that people put into making this stuff, and this is free. It's being given away for free. You know, it's amazing. Right, system can't res object. Okay, I don't know why I couldn't raise an object up there. Right, so let's bring old Stink Lizard over, and we'll get him sorted. Teleport. Okay, we've got good frame rate here because there's hardly anyone in here at the moment. I'm going to switch over now to Mr. Stink Lizard, and we're going to accept that invitation. Where is it gone? Okay, teleport. Here's a ridiculous thing, right? I'm not a great fan of having, you know, why has he got an error message? So something obviously he's wearing. He's got a script error on his AO, which probably doesn't surprise me. I don't know where. I can't remember where that AO came from. I'm going to detach it because it's probably pretty useless. Okay, so we're now going to focus on this chap, and I can go through and sort of narrate. But anyway, you know, an interesting thing. Okay. An interesting thing happened to me on the way to work the other day. No, so I was using, I use royalty-free music, okay? Royalty-free music off of YouTube, like so many other Twitch streamers do. They use royalty-free music on YouTube, okay? And I went through and I checked and everything, and it was all copyright free and royalty free and blah. You can use this for whatever you want, you know, blah, blah, blah. You go through all of that, and I used it as background music for a couple of my videos. And then I re-uploaded those videos to a YouTube channel, and they got flagged. Copyright notice, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, hang on a minute, this is royalty-free, copyright-free music off of YouTube that I've used to stream on Twitch, okay? And then obviously I'm recording the videos that I'm doing, and then I upload that video to YouTube, and it gets flagged with a copyright strike. And I just thought, nah, now I know why I just don't use YouTube anymore. It's pathetic. It really is pathetic. I do not understand what on earth is going on with YouTube. they're copywriting, or they're copyright striking copyright free and whatever license free, music that's on their own platform. I don't know. I just really don't know. It's there's something wrong with the whole system. In fact, I think there's something very, very wrong with the whole licensing structure and whatever it is to do with music, and full stop. I mean, I know I'm just waffling on a bit here, but I have probably bought more physical music because I've heard it on someone else's video. You know, a huge amount of times. I mean, I'm not talking just a couple of times in the last 20 years. I'm talking about a lot. And I've just bought some more music. And I will buy whole albums, and then if I really like the artist, I will continue to keep buying their albums, and that will be because I've heard the music on a video or wherever, on somebody's stream, somebody's video. I mean, I don't understand the mentality of blocking and silencing and penalizing people for music in the background. It's just bizarre. If I am using someone else's artwork and someone else's music and someone else's, time and effort and everything, and I am making money out of it, literally by either reselling it or ripping it off and doing, I mean, I remember the days of buying dodgy CDs and DVDs, etc., because somebody managed to get hold of a copy of a DVD and then copied it 100 times and then sold it, instead of selling it for 15-20 pound, like they do in the shops, they were like selling it for £2.50, and it was awful. But that to me is blatant abuse of someone else's art. But to use music as background, or it's just mad. And then start punishing people for doing that, or because music is playing in a place, maybe a restaurant or an event or something like that, and then people find that they get a copyright strike because there is music playing in the background which somebody somewhere is claiming is their license and blah. And I just think it's ridiculous. It's just a joke. No wonder these artists don't last very long nowadays. To be honest with you, I mean, I'm probably talking like a bit of an old fogey, but I mean, back in the day, I mean, I used to tape stuff off of the radio. I used to tape records. I used to, because like, I can understand people ripping off, but if you make a copy of a track or whatever, and then you give a copy to your friend and blah 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 or whatever, I mean, I don't know. I just think it just gets taken to the extreme a little bit. I think there just should be opportunities for people, if they want people to pay money for the music to appear in the background of a video, or because it was played at a wedding, or because I got stopped once. Obviously I'm a commercial photographer. I got stopped once for videoing, and this funeral parlour wanted me to pay £500 if I was going to video a funeral. Okay, there's certain cultures in the world where videoing funerals and taking photographs at funerals is a thing. Okay, and these people were like, they jumped on me pretty much because I took out my video camera and I was going to video the service, and it was all to relay to their family, but in countries where they couldn't attend the funeral, blah 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 blah, and I wasn't allowed to do it unless I coughed up 500 quid. Well, I mean, that was like, a hell of a lot more money than what I was charging the family for doing the video recording in the first place. And I just said, you're pathetic, man. You're absolutely pathetic for asking that kind of money from me just because it was a guy playing an organ. I mean, you know, it wasn't even a real commercial thing, and it was like, what? It's just... So I had to go up to the family. Bit of a side note story, but I had to go up to the family and say, look, I'm really sorry, but these people are demanding money from me, and I'm not prepared to pay that kind of money, because I wasn't getting that, even anything, you know. And they weren't. They thought it was a bit of a joke as well. I mean, it was just pathetic. Of course, I said to them, oh, what if, you know, like, what's the point in, you know, I said, well, I could record, why can't I record the service and then just cut out your bits of music? And of course, they didn't want that. They wanted their money. And I thought, well, yeah, okay. And I actually had that another time in, not about music, but I had that another time photographing an event in it was in a hall. It was like a village hall type thing. And this guy came up to me. He was like the caretaker or something, and he started demanding money from me because I had, you know, my photographic equipment and stuff there, and I was taking photographs. And up until that point, I'd been taking photographs there every year or every time they had an event. And it was an organisation that I did a lot of photography for at the time. And this guy turned around and he started demanding money from me, and I said, mate, I'm here as a photographer for the event, you know. Like, I'm not paying you. I can't remember what it was. I said, I'm not paying you X amount of money. So again, I had to go over to the, you know, the organizer and say, look, you know, unless this guy gets his money, he's not going to allow me to take photographs. They weren't going to pay it because, again, they thought it was a bit stupid. I thought it was stupid. The guy was just being a complete dick. And so they didn't get any photographs that year. And after that, I think they just stopped actually using that event. In the meantime, the guy either got the sack or he was never there again. Because we went back to an event there, not as a guest rather than as a photographer, and that guy wasn't there. He'd obviously, whether he was just, you know, hustling for some money on the side or what, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, let's get back to why we're here. We're going to make our avatar look better. So this is Stink Lizard, and he is going to use this. So he's going to stand on here, and I love this. Look at this control panel. So this is a pose stand. Now, back in the day, all you got was a little disc on the floor, and you sort of, your avatar was then standing in a, you know, a T-pose. Now you can do all sorts of stuff. You know, you've still got the T-pose. You've got that pose, which is more natural, and then you've got that one, and you've got, you know, this is for basically creators to this is for creators to sort of make sure that all of the stuff that they're wearing and, you know, making and whatnot actually works. It's like some pretty weird things. This is like a falling pose, I guess. Sitting, so it's so that you can actually see. But even with his clothes on, you can see how really bad. Look, his butt is got a point on it. You know, it's bad. It is seriously bad. Anyway, let's use this pose. Okay, so this is basically how you upgrade your avatar to a mesh. First of all, you have to strip off. Okay, so what he's actually wearing at the moment, I think this is his default avatar that he came in as, and it's just called Greg. I think that's pretty much it. Or is it that one? Yeah, it's just called Greg. So you have to take off everything, okay? So you take off all of the normal kind of standard clothes. You have to wait, or you always have to wait for it to kind of update. So there isn't anything naughty that we're going to be looking at here. And then you take off any attachments that he's got. So let's just take everything off. So he's pretty much nothing detached. We got Yeah, we got that, and that. So he's literally just going to be the avatar that he's got. So this is what he looked like. Oh, okay. So this is what he looked like. Coming straight into Second Life, and I mean, look at the lack of. Look, his head's got sides on it. You know, you can buy ears as well, but I mean, his ears are not that bad. So this is pretty much close up what you look like when you first come into Second Life. You can change the shapes on stuff. I'll go through all that as well in a minute, or you can buy a shape. But I mean, look at this. Look, he's pointed pretty much everywhere. Now look at the hands. Look at. I mean, I showed you this the other day. I mean, that's a little bone that sticks out just above your wrist. It's very, very angular, and this is the hands. Look at the hands. I mean, they're just awful. I don't know who designed this, but if they think that that's what a body is supposed to look like, I mean, look at this. It's just awful. It's just really, and look at. I mean, the knees are a bit gangly anyway. But I mean, look. Who on earth thought that looked good for an avatar? And then you look at the feet. This is why they call them duck feet. Yeah, this is duck feet. This is why this is called the duck feet avatar. Because it's, I mean, this is a pretty low quality skin. But look at this. I mean, it's just... I do not understand why this is wobbling. I don't know. I don't know why that is wobbling. But yeah, there you go. That's the duck feet, the duck feet avatar. And look at the shape of this. It's just absolutely awful. It really is awful. I mean, how anyone could actually call that a foot, I don't really know. And then you've got to try and make that look half decent by wearing a pair of shoes. I mean, look, what is this? It's awful. Anyway, that's what you look like when you're, this is a very, very, very poor skin, very basic. We can pick up better skins than this. It's not the worst skin in the world, but we'll use this as an example so we can see what this looks like now. And that's basically all he's got is, obviously, apart from his avatar, his body, he's got a skin, he's got a shape, and he has this thing at the top. I don't know. I don't think we can create or remove this kind of hair base thing. So this is one of the reasons why you pay so much money for a mesh head nowadays, is because if it's fully bento, there are so many bones and actions and everything you can make your mesh. Now, all very clever. My personal opinion on it is that it's just a bit too much. It's like, I don't know. It's very clever, but you're not really looking at people's faces that close up in order to see all these little tiny, okay, so he's blinking, which is really, really nice. But I mean, facial expressions and things like that, you're not really going to see them unless you're actually using your viewer to look around and see people. It kind of just doesn't happen like that, really. So I think a lot of it is... So anyway, we need a full body... okay. We've got a hair alpha. Where is the alpha for his body to hide his... Okay, that's interesting. No. Okay, bear with me 1 minute. I'm not so sure that I used to have to wear a whole body alpha that I know of. Interesting. Anyway, we need to add these. So look at that immediately. Look at the difference in his feet. At least they look like feet, and it looks like he's got proper ankles. So we want hands. We just add these. So this is his hands. It looks to me like they've included the alphas now with the mesh. So, yep. And these are bento hands. We can change them. We want fingernails. And yes, we can change the fingernails. We've got flat feet toenails. Okay, so I'm guessing they're bright green as well. Yes, they are. Because, of course, this has come initially from the female avatar. So we want the head. Upper body, lower body. So we're still using the same skin, remember? I don't know why his eyes are like that, I guess. Yeah. It's interesting, it doesn't look to me like he's using the right head. Okay, so we've got baked on mesh eyeballs. There we go. That's looking good. Let's load some HUDs. So we've got feet and hand pose, which is rather good. So he's kind of looking a bit better. Now I think his body shape is, but look at the difference in his wrists and his hands. You know, I think his body shape's well out of his his body shape is awful. You know, we might have to use a different body shape. Let's use a male shape. Let's see what that's going to be like. So we're going to replace the body shape. Okay, yeah, now he's beginning to look more a bit like a, yeah. Yeah. I'm actually getting really quite annoyed that my audio just keeps disappearing. And I think what it is, personally, I think it's because I'm playing background music. If I turn the background music off, generally speaking, my microphone, my audio stays. It's not the deck that I'm using. It's, I don't know what it is actually that's causing it. But anyway, right. So, oops, sorry about that. Okay. So here we are. His eyes are a bit bug-eyed. I think his head shape could be a little bit better. But yeah, I think his overall body is And this skin is probably much better, but you know, apart from the green fingers and the green nails and stuff, at least he looks more like, you know, an avatar that you would expect to look like an avatar. I think I think his head is a bit too small for his body. His body shape could probably change a little, but anyway, let's see what this tattoo. You get a free tattoo. We haven't unpacked all of the accessories. Oh yeah, okay, cool tattoo. Okay, not too bad for free. He's got tortoiseshell glasses. What does his tortoiseshell glasses look like? Oh, okay, they're basic. I've got better glasses for him, so we're not going to do that. We need to unpack the accessories because I think they've got the HUD changes fingernails color. Ah, hi. Hello, Ava. Ava. How are you? So, in case you're wondering, yes, it is moddable. If you mean you can change things, then yes. That's what I'm actually demonstrating in this video today. How you can go from a basic... I'll show you, okay? I don't know when you came in, but let me just save... Let me just save what I've done so far. So today is all about really how you can go from a really strange... Yes, you can. You can add whatever you like to your avatar. You can be whatever you want. You can be a dragon. You can be a horse. You can be an elephant. You can be an animal. You can be a fairy. You can be whatever you want in Second Life. You can change your avatar to anything. You can be a chair if you want. Yeah, you can be a dragon. There's lots of dragons actually in Second Life. Yeah, or a vampire. Yeah. Yep, you can. I mean, it's free. Yeah, a chair. Yeah, you can be a chair. I mean, Second Life is free. What I'm actually demonstrating is how, for free, you can change. Yeah, vampire. Yeah. Oh, you need to be in Second Life. There is a whole world of vampire in Second Life. If you watch some of my other videos, I've been taking you to islands. Yeah, there's a lot of it free. There's a lot of stuff you can get for free in Second Life to start. Ah, right, okay. How long ago? No, you can use your avatar. You can use your account before if you know what the password is. If you know what the username and the password was. Yeah, I know. Well, I've been in Second Life for nearly 14 years, so... Can you remember what your name was and your account and the password? I'm sure you can probably change your password. Yeah. You're still very young then. Oh, okay. They just create another one. It's free. Yeah, okay. If you can't remember what it was, I don't know if you can recover an account via an email or something, but okay. Very good. I mean, I don't know. Will Second Life update the graphic? I don't know quite what you mean. Oh, I have no idea. It's changed recently again, and it's unbelievable what they've changed it to. I don't know what the engine is, but if you ever make, you can make stuff and bring it into Second Life now, like Blender, you know, Blender or any DAE type file. you can bring that into Second Life as well. So it's endless. I tell you, if you haven't been in, okay. Oh, you need to be in Second Life if you're a game developer. There are loads of game developers use Second Life to test stuff out. You need to get yourself back into Second Life. I build a lot in that's all I do. That's all I've really done for like 13 years. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Sure. If have you seen any of my other videos? Yeah, sure. There is a lot you can do in Second Life now, believe me. If you already know Blender and everything, you want to get onto the beta grid as well. If you go onto the beta grid, you can upload for free there. It doesn't cost you a penny. You can upload massive mesh. You can keep uploading it and uploading it and uploading it, and it's all for free. But if you want to bring it into the main grid, it costs you lindens. It costs you money to do that, which is fine because if you're going to sell it in world, then you make your money. But you can go onto the beta grid for free, and you can bring all your stuff in world. You look at some of my other videos. You can see some of my other videos on some of the builds I've made. It will be, I don't know what that means. MSFW model. Oh, is that a type? A type? Is that a type of file? I'm not familiar with that. I'm not a game developer. If you're using Blender, okay, Blender already supports exporting as a DAE file to Second Life or OpenSim. By default, it will save it in the most optimized format for Second Life uploading. You don't need to do anything fancy. So anyway, I'll continue on with this, if that's all right. If you create your account, just search. I'll message you actually what my avatar's real name is, because other people have tried searching for me, and for some reason they cannot find my name. I am searchable, but I don't know why people can't. Let me just see if I can find my own name. Magus Hellwalker. No, it's not found. Okay. Is it case sensitive? It could be case sensitive. No. I'll send you my I'll send you a message. Ooh, I can't send you a message. Okay. I think I can only send you a. Oh right. Okay. It's ever so easy, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can search for you then. EVA 3311. Yeah, there you go. Join today. Look at that. Add as a friend. Boom. How long ago was it when you were in Second Life? How many years? Let's see if I can. Oh no, I've given you the wrong. I sent it from the wrong. Oh, okay. Hang on, sorry, I sent you a friend request from a different avatar. Hang on. Let me send you it from my avatar. Hang on. Sorry, I sent it from the wrong one. Because I'm running 2 versions of Firestorm. The most I've ever run Firestorm versions on the same computer is 6. EVA 3311. Okay, right, you're going to get another one from me. Add. You probably had no idea who that other one was then. So you should have received that. Do I know CryEngine? No. CryEngine. I don't know what that is. Isn't SL kind of a sandbox game? Yeah, kind of, really. It's not really a game. It's a virtual 3D world. There are that you can play games in Second Life. Means not safe for work. Oh, okay. Not safe for work. Oh no, you can go to an adult sim. You got three levels of sim now that you can go to. You can go to like wide open, whatever. You can. I'm on a moderate sim, which means that I can be naked like this, but I shouldn't be showing any sexual organs. Okay. Then you can go to adult sandboxes or adult sims where you can basically do what you want. You can run around naked with the biggest pair of boobs or the biggest penis in the world, and no one will give a crap. But you can't do that on a moderate sim or the lowest one. I can't. I think it's just like a I don't know what they call it now. I can't remember. But it's like a friendly one. That kind of thing. You can go to special sandboxes as well. I can give you links when you've added me as a friend. I can give you loads of links to go to like some of the best sandboxes. You need to do it private, right? How do you mean do what private? Making stuff? The adult content. So if you go to adult content, you just go to an adult sim. That's all you have to do. As long as you go to a sandbox that's adult, you can do what you like. You can do anything you like because it's adult. It's age restricted. So at the moment, I'm on a moderate sim. Okay. So I've got this like box up in the sky. Even though I'm on a moderate sim, I don't really want anyone like you know. I can do this on the ground level, but it doesn't. I just use a sandbox. I build this sandbox in the sky, and then I don't get a problem anywhere. But of course, you still couldn't do this on the lowest level. The kind of the PG level sim, whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it, but this is a moderate sim. So if you design stuff for adult, then just go to an adult sandbox and you'll be fine. There's loads of them around. I mean, I can take you to some places that are adult sims that would just blow your mind. Okay, there is some pretty weird stuff around. Add-on sandbox. Add-on sandbox. I don't know what you mean. Add on a sandbox, or do you want to come to a you want to go to a sandbox? Okay, when you come in world, right? I'll see you. I'll send you some links. I'll send you links to some sandboxes that you can go to and build and do what you like. So most of my content is not adult related really, but I tend to go to these adult sandboxes because usually the frame rate is really good. You've got sandboxes as well, special sandboxes for weapons. There's like specialist sandboxes all over Second Life for doing different stuff, Let me bring up my places. So I mean, I've got everything categorized. So I've got all my landmarks here. I've actually got one that's just literally, I've got, because I'm a premium account, a bit like an Amazon premium account. You know, you can go to different places that other users can't go to. So, but that's because I make money and I spend money in here. So, but if I go to my favorite sandboxes, I've got a lot of them. I'm too broke to get premium. Yeah, you don't need to be premium. I'm pretty sure you don't need to be premium to go to the beta sim, the beta the beta grid. I don't think that's a requirement. I think anyone can go to the beta grid, which means that you can upload as much mesh as you want and it's free. Yeah. Oh well, you've come to the right place then. I can take you to some sims where I know the builders are game designers, game developers. Okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing you. Okay, so you got 2 friend requests. You got one from a guy called Stink Lizard. Oh, there. Okay, yeah. It's much better actually if you the second one. Voice actors. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. This avatar I actually brought. I actually created for somebody else, and they kind of they didn't seem to. Oh, okay. You've accepted both. Yeah. Right. So if I go back to my other avatar a minute. So I've not seen anything for the other one. Let me send you a friend request again from my my main avatar. Because this other one, the Stink Lizard avatar, is kind of a newbie. Ah, there you go. Okay. Hey. Hi. There you go. You're in. You're in. You're in. You're in. Yeah. There you go. You're in world. So, do you want me to send you some? Do you want me to send you some sandbox links so that you can go and play? Because if you're on the main grid at the moment, okay, and then so you can't upload mesh because it's going to cost you money. That's why you need to really apply now that you've got an avatar on the main grid. Then you can apply for to join the beta grid, and generally it takes about 4 days for someone to respond. But they will. I'm pretty sure they'll accept you on there. You have to accept the fact that you can't. I'm poor, so we're all poor. Yeah. Okay, so if you are you still? I don't know whether you're still listening or whether you're are you in SL now completely or are you still on Twitch? Because obviously I'm streaming on Twitch. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So you're in Second Life. Okay. All right. Oh, and Twitch. Okay. Because I'm streaming and I've got a whole load of people watching, and I need to kind of continue to stream. Otherwise, I'm going to lose people watching. So, but yeah. Okay. So yeah. Are you on my friends list now? You're not on my friends list. Okay. Right, let me send you. So if I add you as a friend from this avatar, okay, there you go. There, that's it. There you go. Okay. So I can show you how to change your, because your avatar that you get is funny, yeah. If you're not bothered about your avatar and how it looks, then it doesn't really matter. But your avatar is pretty funny, and of course, what I'm demonstrating today is how you can, for free, get a mesh body and a mesh head, and you know, you can kind of look half decent without spending any money, with nothing. Okay, so this avatar that this avatar. Hang on, let me move my other screen over a bit so I can chat to you in world, and then okay. Now that adding bones in Blender, wow. Now I have played around with that, but my god, it just does my head in. Yeah, really does my head in. You know, you can bring in animations in from Blender into Second Life as well. Anything like that, you can bring that in into Second Life. You'll be amazed at what you can do now. And like I said before, that I know that there are a lot of game developers use Second Life, I think, to test out their stuff. But I don't know. I honestly don't. I'm not a game developer, so I don't know what platform it is they're using. I don't know. I'm sure it must be easy to find that out. I don't know how you I don't know how you find out, to be honest with you. It's difficult because all my screens are taken up with Second Life stuff at the moment. You don't mind me asking what time zone are you in? Are you in? Because I'm like European, so or UK time zone. Of course, now I can't see where you're applying. Okay, Iceland. Okay. I don't know how many hours. Iceland, crikey! I don't know how many hours ahead or behind you are. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same time zone. That's good then. So, so anyway, yeah, I'm UK based. Yeah, yeah. Ah, right. Okay. So, I'm gonna save this guy. Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Very good. What did you think of London? So what I've just done here for my Twitch watchers, yeah, very busy. It's always busy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, busy. But so what I've done now is I've now saved his body and his mesh body and everything. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is. Right, what I need to do, let me just let me just open up this. So we are going to open. I'm going to add this because in there will be one of his so he's got more skins. Okay, so we could try some more skins. In here will be Okay, so he's got like various different things in there. Okay, we'll copy that to inventory and we'll grab that. And we'll stick that in body parts. What I'm actually looking for, to be honest, is the let's take that. Mesh uploads, extras. We've just already got resources. I think it could be. I'm looking for his HUD, the HUD, because at the moment this guy, right, he's got green nails. Because the male avatar, mesh avatar, is an adaptation of the female one, which of course, you know, they always do everything for the female. So in here somewhere will be the nails HUD. Okay, so you've got HUD textures there. Okay, that could be what we want. Actually, do you know what I might need to do? I might need to go and get the female mesh body, because it's possible that the nails HUD is in the female one only. It is possible. Let me go and stick that in there. And then, okay, Ava, if you want to stay there, if you stay wherever it is you are at the moment, what I'll do is we'll have a zip round and I'll show you some of the sandboxes we go to if you want to. Or do you want me to just send you the links and you explore yourself? Yeah, you could do if you want. If you're okay, all right. What I'll do is okay, I don't know how do you add someone as a moderator? Do I have to add you as a friend first, maybe? Yeah, so I just added you as a friend. I think you either have to follow me. I think you have to follow me first, because I've already got one moderator. But I think you have to follow me first before I can add you as a moderator. I think, because that option isn't there. Okay, so we might have to come back to this mesh uploads. Resources. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, so let's have a look at the mesh uploads. I thought I actually already got that out. No. Right, okay. So let's open that up. Head, V-neck, headless. Okay, and we'll do that as well then. I think we have to go and get the the female mesh body, because I think that's where the fingernails HUD is. So okay, but he's looking a lot better. He's certainly looking better than what he was before. I need to change his he looks a bit bug-eyed, and I think his head is just slightly smaller, and there's something funny going on with his neck. So I want to try and sort that out as well. Or is this .mod my name? So is SL is also kind of a game engine? Well, I guess it is. I mean, it is using a virtual 3D engine of some sort in order to create the world. Or just a set. Well, it's kind of both. See, this is the thing with Second Life. Okay, it's kind of a game. It's a 3D world, and it's also a sandbox, and it's a whole load of other things. I mean, I've done everything from building to chatting to making friends to I do a lot of role play. I build a lot, and I go to in world universities to learn. How can I share you my models? Yeah, role playing's good. It's good fun. It's really good fun. And again, if you're into vampires, there are a whole load of stuff. Yeah, you told me your age. Yeah, so that's fine. If you're into vampire roleplay, oh, there's loads of it. Bloodlines, vampire themed sims are just mind blowing. I mean, there's just a whole world of stuff in here. Yeah. Okay. Well, then there's a lot here to do in Second Life. Keep you occupied for years. Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole load of stuff here in Second Life on that genre of whatever you're into. I tend to be more. I used to be into the vampire scene, and then I went into kind of the cyberpunk stuff that was around actually, like 11, 10 years ago. Yeah, sure, absolutely. And now I'm more into steampunk. So for the last kind of 7 years, I've been into steampunk. And again, there's massive steampunk sims and roleplay stuff. I mean, it's just yeah, and it's free. Hey, that's why I'm. Yeah, and goth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. You need to be in Second Life then. I can take you to some brilliant places. Play gothic music, just brilliant. Brilliant stuff. This is one of the reasons why I want to stream on Twitch, because no one else is streaming anything to do with Second Life. The last people that were doing it that I saw on Second Life, Movie Maker. Yeah, you can do a lot of machine. It's called machinima in Second Life, but yeah, you can make your own movies. I do it all the time in Second Life. Yeah. Believe me, you can do a lot of stuff in Second Life. This is why I'm surprised that no one else is streaming. Oh, okay. But yeah, kind of adult content. Yeah, not really adult content. No. Yeah, there is an awful lot of that in Second Life. Huge amount. That's why you've got adult Sims. Yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean about you have to mark your channel as being over 18, but yeah, you can't stream that, you can't stream porno stuff, porno level stuff. But yeah. But you can video you can video that in Second Life if you want, but then stream it somewhere else. I know. There's plenty of websites out there that stream that kind of stuff. Not a problem. And that's why you've got adult Sims in Second Life. Okay. NSFW. Okay, I've never heard of that, but there you go. Okay. Right, I'm going to change this guy's appearance a bit and edit his shape because he's kind of a bit weird. His neck is kind of... Yeah, sure. Yes. Yeah. How old is SL? I think it's coming up to 20 years. I think something like that. I mean, I've been in Second Life for nearly 14, and it was a big thing when I first got in there at that time, because it was around for a good couple of years before people knew what it was. And then all of a sudden it got into the media, and then it was like, you know, Second Life was this amazing. Yeah, I think it's nearly 20 years if I remember rightly. I think they've just had their 20-year anniversary. I think. Hang on, let me see. How old is Second Life? Oh no, okay, no, it's not. It's not 20 years. It's 17 years. 17 years, and I've been in it for 13 of those 17 years. So yeah, that would pretty much add up, because it was around for about 2 years before people really knew what it was. Then the media got hold of it, and then it was from that that I kind of got interested in it myself. So yeah, it's 17 years, which is pretty long time for 3D kind of. And I mean, it was pretty revolutionary at the time. Yeah, in fact, it was very revolutionary, because there was 3D games that were around about then were, you know, you couldn't do what you could do now in Second Life. I mean, and it's just mind blowing what you can do now. This is why I'm convinced that a lot of game developers, and I chat, I've got them, you know, I know some game developers who use Second Life as a good platform to experiment with, you know, and they earn money. They earn money because they build stuff for games, and then, I mean, I don't know how the licensing works, but I guess they're allowed to bring it in and do voice acting. Yeah, well, I mean, you can do that as well. I can remember the voice stuff that used to be in Second Life 14 years ago was a joke. Yeah, you can build a dragon world. Yeah, yeah. There are some pretty impressive dragons in Second Life. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a whole genre of fantasy. I mean, there's a. I went to a sim, massive sim, a couple of weeks ago, and it was all prehistoric stuff, you know, and it was just unbelievable, the detail in there. It was really unbelievable. And a lot of sims, you know, they use dragons for flying around, you know, on like tours, which is pretty good. So anyway, I want to change this guy's neck a bit, because his neck is a bit. See, you've got all these here. You can change pretty much everything. You know, body fat, and so I want to change his neck. Why am I looking at the back of his neck? Okay, let's see. Head size. I need his head size to be slightly bigger, I think. Well, there we go. That looks a little bit more proportional to his body. We don't want a head stretch, really. Maybe in a little bit. Head shape. Just give him a bit better. We don't want an egg head. No, head length. I think his head length is fine. Yeah, it just looks a little bit more proportional. We don't want any shearing. Forehead angle. Brow size. We don't want to change that too much. Upper cheeks, yeah, these are all quite subtle. Lower cheeks, okay, then we've got eyes. We need to sort out his eyes. His eye size is way too big, and I think his eyes are way too close together. Spacing, yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Got like bug eyes. Okay, outer eye corner, we need to... Okay, inner corner. Let's bring that down a little bit. Eye depth, we don't want bug eyes. Eyelid fold. That's better. Eye bags, we don't want puffy lids, no. Eyelash length, no. And eye pop, we don't want eye pop. Don't really know why the width of his eyes is so big. Outer eye corner, eye spacing, eye opening. Yeah. Eye size. Okay. Right, his ears. Let's have a look at his ears. His ear size. Okay, we don't want to make so ear out. Can't change that. His ears. So you can turn your ears into. Yeah, he looks a bit better anyway. Yeah, he looks a bit more proportional now. Okay. He's looking a lot better than he was before. His nose, in my opinion, his nose is just a little bit too... It's a little bit kind of big. Just want it down a little bit. His nose width, I think, is fine. Nostril width. Yeah, nostril division. Okay, that's fine. Thickness of his nose. Yeah, we want that round. SL is open source. I don't know. I know there is another... there is actually OpenSim, which I believe to be pretty much open source. There is another kind of 3D world that's very, very similar to Second Life called OpenSim. How popular that is now, I don't really know, because I think, I think Second Life is just years ahead in technology than OpenSim. But I think with OpenSim, dev can now access their source code. Oh, right, okay. Beyond me, I don't know. You can bring your own servers into the Second World. Ah, okay. Source code is Second Life end user. Ah, right, okay. Cool. And this is this probably would explain why some people bring their own servers in. And I'm guessing that's what they can because some of the sims that you go to, yeah, you can have your own private server, yeah. And you can bring it in. It's not on, obviously, on mainland, what they call mainland. If you look at the map, okay, that's a mini map. Where's the main map? This is the main map. So you've kind of got this map, okay. Havoc. Okay. So you've kind of got this map. Okay, so I think I am actually on a private sim because it's literally right in the middle of nowhere. But then mainland sim is run by the Linden. But this sim here is literally in the middle of nowhere, and I'm guessing that this is a private sim. This is a private server sim somewhere that these people have done. And that's probably explains... Oh yeah, okay. I know nothing really about game development. Not my area. But I'm guessing that's why the frame rate here... This is why I like coming to this sim as a sandbox. Sims like Sims 4. Oh, okay. Yeah. The frame rate is really, really good here because I think this is a private sim. It's not governed by Linden's. So, simulator. Yeah. So I think he's look at this. I think this guy's looking a lot better now. I'm going to give him some clothes and let him stand on this again. Sit here. So he's on this platform. Okay, I'm going to give him some clothes and then call it a day. So we can give him some camo boxer briefs. These are all free clothes that came with him. And another day what we'll do is I'll take him to a sim where... Thank you. Well, that's what... You see, this is exactly why I wanted to stream on Twitch again. Because I don't think many people realise what Second Life is capable of. You know? And this is the thing, I have never faltered from enjoying Second Life. I mean, it's just... I think it's amazing. And I'm always blown away, and I mean, I've progressed, I've developed, I've made loads of brilliant friends in Second Life, and years later we're still friends and we still chat, and cowboy hat and hair, Ah, here we go. Here's the fingernail HUD. Okay, this is what we want, because he's got green fingers. There we go. This is what we want. We don't need to download the female one. So, you know, as a man, as a male avatar, you don't look too good with. So you can change all the fingernail colors and everything. And this is all included for free in the so on. You can just change the shade a little bit. Let's give him, like, that one there is probably pretty natural, really. Yeah, for a guy. Okay, so his toenails, we can do the same. I think it's that one, isn't it? That one, maybe. Maybe a bit darker. Yeah, okay. So at least he's looking a little bit more, less newbie. How many times can you? No, all that's gone. All that's gone. You can stay in Second Life for weeks. You don't have that idle timeout thing, only on the Second Life browser. If you use Firestorm, you don't get that. Yeah, because I can remember in the early days, if you did that in the in the early days, it was like if you were still for more than 10 minutes or something like that, you got kicked off. No, all that's gone. You don't do that anymore. There's no idle timeout. Okay, so where he's got a leather jacket and stuff. Where's the leather jacket? "24 hours, yeah. No, there's no limit. There's no limit anymore. Not if you use the Firestorm. Okay, he's got a t-shirt. Let's stick something on him. He hasn't got any shoes or anything like that. Oh, he has got shoes. Okay. UGG type boots. Really? Okay. We'll use these. This makes me laugh. We need to take him. There's a sim that you can go to, and I've shown it on a previous video. There's a sim that you can go to that has got the most unbelievable amount of free stuff. Like, just, you know, I mean, you know, there's no reason to walk around like a newbie avatar, to be honest. You don't really need. I think I can take a copy of this. No, I can't. Can I take it? No, I can't. I'll have to give him a copy. Okay. So I think he looks good. He looks a lot better than an absolute newbie avatar, because his mesh body now is not, you know, it looks like a pretty good mesh body really for free. You can't really go wrong. I think really his thighs need to be together a little bit more, but I can change his shape, or we can buy a shape. So he's good. He's good. Right, let me switch back to my avatar. Okay. Let's close that down. Hang on, let me just bring this over. Ooh. Bear with me. Right, okay, let's full screen this. That's good. I got group notice. Okay. Okay. Right, if anyone else has got any, I mean, I've got a lot of people looking at this at the moment. If anyone else has got any questions, because I'm going to go and do some stuff with Ava now. And in Second Life. She's going to reconnect with Second Life and do some exciting stuff, which is really what my stream is all about on Twitch, to be honest, is to rekindle people's passion for Second Life. So let me take this. Can I give this guy a copy? I think I can't modify it. Okay, yeah, I don't want to modify it. I just want to give him a copy. There we go. If I give Ava a copy as well. Ava, I don't know. Profile, let me give you a copy of this, because this is the best posing stand that you can get in Second Life, in my opinion. And it's just brilliant. So, I'm going to close this down and then end the stream, basically, because if there's no other questions or anyone else want to ask anything about this, then thank you very much for watching again. I'm over the moon that people are finding my videos and becoming interested in Second Life and rekindling their interest in it, you know, because I think realistically it can be a bit overwhelming. I've mentioned it so many times before, but people come into Second Life and they expect it to be like a game, and it's not like a game. You can play games in World, as I said before. There are places that you can go where you can, you know, role play and act and you know, there's all sorts of stuff you can do in Second Life. But if no one shows you what it's capable of, you kind of end up thinking, well, you know, this is not really very interesting, because you have no idea what to do. It's like you've been landed on a planet and you've got no map, you've got no indication what you can do on that planet, and that's what it's a bit like. And you could be walking for days around Second Life and see nothing, you know, and that's the thing. So use me as a reference or as a map or a guide, and I can show you places in Second Life that I just think are mind-blowingly stunning. You know, that's my idea for this stream. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in another stream. Should be back on Thursday night.